Welcome to this edition of the T4Cast. As you saw from the title, this is going to be talking about the coronavirus. So basically, what I'm going to be talking about is what I think about it. I've had these thoughts for quite some time, actually, basically since the beginning. And I didn't make the video then only because, it was kind of new. So we didn't really have too much information. So I was like, well, I don't want to be jumping the gun just in case, But it's almost September, which means this has been like a huge thing for almost 6 months now. So I'm like, nah, what I think from day one still stands. So now it's a lot more practical than me making this video because there's so much more proof and evidence and supporting stuff to say. So basically what it comes down to is, for starters, I think that it's definitely being severely blown out of proportion. When you look at the statistics of how many people have died from this globally, you're looking at 1% of 1% of people of the world's population have died from it. Like, yes, I'm not trying to downplay their losses. Their family obviously is devastated. It sucks for that person that they are no longer alive and such. I'm not trying to downplay it, but in the grand scheme of things, 1% of 1% is nothing. That's why are we shutting down the whole entire world and the country and all this for a literally microscopic fraction of the population? Like, I have a TikTok account as well. I always put it down in the description. I don't know if anyone ever sees it, but I made a video saying that, why is the country and the world shut down? When you break that down, 1% of 1%, basically, the coronavirus has the exact opposite effect on people as cleaning supplies do. So you know how, like, cleaning supplies, soap, Lysol, everything says kills 99.99% of germs? Yeah, the coronavirus doesn't affect 99.99% of people. And it's like, if that was a cleaning product, no one would buy it because they'd be like, this ain't doing anything. My stuff's still dirty. I'm still getting sick. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a cleaning product and you're trying to clean a counter, but it's not actually getting cleaned. So it's like, when it comes to this, though, why are we like, oh my God, everyone needs to quarantine. There's no international travel. There's no travel out of state. Actually, let's just say that. If you do travel out of state, you got to come home and quarantine over something that's super, basically ineffective towards people. That doesn't make any sense. Now, granted, yes, I'll acknowledge this as well. I know the global stats are probably severely skewed because there's a lot of countries out there that are kind of totalitarian, and they're going to be hiding their information, like China for sure. I'm sure if Russia has cases, they're dropping them numbers down. If North Korea has numbers, they're severely dropping them down. Jeez, Kim Jong-un tells his people, or whatever, whoever he is, Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-il, which one is he? I don't know. Kim Jong-something tells his people that he doesn't even go to the bathroom. So, he's not going to be telling the world, yeah, we got this many cases. He's going to pretend there's zero. Which, though, I think that might be the only believable thing he says. Because when you think about it, North Korea is so isolated. Like, nobody gets in, nobody gets out, that I don't really think there's a chance that the coronavirus is in there. How would it get introduced? They probably don't even know about it because they're so isolated. They monitor their own media and stuff. So they probably don't even know about it. But still, if it did get in there, they're not going to say it. And I'm sure there's lots of other random countries like that too that just wouldn't admit what they got going on. So yeah, that could be making the 1% of 1% number smaller. But even if all these countries told the truth, what would it bring it to? Half of 1% at most? Like, it's still small numbers. That is a little bit more significant though, 0.5%, but still, that's talking globally as well. So there's that. The other thing I think about is, we always are, I don't know, for something that's supposedly so deadly and such a problem, why is it that you don't even know if you have it? Think about anything else that you get. Even the common cold, which is deadly to nobody except for people with like severe immune conditions. When you have the cold. You're sneezing, your stuffy nose, maybe a little bit of a sore throat, you have it. When you have the regular flu, you know you have it. You get the temperature, you're throwing up, you don't feel right. Even back in the days, pandemics like smallpox and stuff, you knew you had it. This one, no one knows if they have it. In order to know if you have it, you got to go get tested. What kind of pandemic requires you to need to go get tested? How is this so much of a problem and so deadly, and yet if you have it, you have no idea if you have it? Really? That doesn't make any sense. That sounds so oxymoronical, so paradoxical. That doesn't make any sense. Like, for me, as far as I know, I don't have it. I never had it. But who knows? Maybe I did have it, and my body just handled it before I showed any symptoms. Maybe if I did go and get tested, they'd be like, oh, you got immunities. You had it, but you're good. I don't know. But that brings up another situation. For something that's supposedly so deadly, how can your body kill it before it even affects you? Like, they got the stats out there of how many cases, confirmed cases and blah, blah, blah. I bet you there's the number of people who have actually had it is probably way higher. It's just that many people's bodies took care of it before it even affected them. So they never thought they had it. Like I said, like, say me, for example. Maybe I have had it and I just don't know. My body just handled it before anything showed up. Who knows? And then, speaking of the tests, what's even dumber is something that supposedly is, so easily transmitted through water droplet or whatever, droplets. Not really water, because it's snot when you're sneezing. Snot and spit, but droplets. So easily transferred through that we have to wear face masks everywhere. So something that, is just in there. Oh, I coughed. You might have it now. But yet, when you go get a test, they got to jam a 15-inch toothpick way up a 15-inch Q-tip way up your nose. Like, huh? You mean to tell me that coughing and sneezing is deadly, but then when I go to get tested if I have anything, you got to jam this long stick way up my nose to see if I have it? Why can't you just have me cough on a sheet of paper or sneeze, throw some pepper in the air and, like, what? What kind of test is that for something that's supposedly so easy to transfer? Makes no sense. And then another thing I think about too, which seems kind of suspicious and weird, is Dr. Fauci. He's the only guy that we ever hear saying anything about this. And it's like, who is he? I don't actually know. I haven't done any research on him. I know the name. He pops up all the time. I kind of have a generalistic idea of what he looks like. Like, I can kind of think of his face offhand. Maybe if I saw him without his name attached, I'd be like, oh, that's Dr. Fauci. Maybe I'd recognize him. I don't know. But that's about all I know. But all I was thinking about was, who is he? Why is his voice being so heard? How is he being the reigning loudest doctor? Like, you know what I mean? I don't even think he's the Surgeon General. So it's like, how is he reigning with authority over the Surgeon General? I mean, maybe he is the Surgeon General. Like I said, I've done no research on him, so who knows? I think he's just some random doctor, right? That somehow is spearheading this whole thing. So anyways, what I'm trying to get at, though, is what it comes down to is we are doing everything, all these regulations, at least in the United States, like face masks and social distancing and blah, 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 because this one guy, this one doctor is saying we should do it. And so everyone's like, yup. I mean, everyone's like, I'll listen to you. I'm a sheep. Like, why? I feel like if there's one person in the country that you're supposed to listen to about things, isn't that supposed to be the president? So why are we doing everything that some random doctor is telling us to do? I don't know. It just seems weird. Like, I thought usually, professions like that, like medical professions, science industries, they had like a collaboration of individuals that came together and said their opinions, not just one guy dominating the media. It's kind of weird. I mean, I'm not trying to perpetrate like some kind of conspiracy theory or whatever like that. I don't have anything. It's just something I thought about that just seems weird. It's like a little bit of a thought experiment again. I mean, not again. What am I saying again? Thought experiment, I guess. So just, just think about that. Maybe you'll kind of get on my wavelengths and be like, yeah, that is weird. But still. And then, while we're talking about this crap too, there's also the aspect of the stupid face masks themselves. We gotta wear a dumb face mask everywhere we go. And what it comes down to is they are the most absolute worthless, pointless things that we put on our face, and it's all, it's basically what everybody says. No, here's the thing. First off, they say you're supposed to wear a face mask to protect others. Alright, so I don't have the coronavirus, so that's cool. I'm glad I'm protecting person X, Y, and Z from something that I don't have. Like, yeah, I see the logic in that. And then pretend person B I'm talking to and they don't have the virus. But yet now we're both wearing masks like retards. Like, what are we protecting each other from? We're both clean. That's stupid. I mean, I get it. Maybe they make it that everybody's supposed to wear a mask because if the masks do actually help, then you get the people that might actually be infected who wouldn't wear a mask. Because it's not like they're going to be like, well, I'm infected, so I got to wear this thing. They're not going to do it. So I guess if you mandate it that everyone has to wear one, then okay, fine. I get it. But it's just stupid. You know, I think the biggest issue, too, why I feel the way I do is because I've been working 2 jobs during this entire pandemic. My second job didn't close down at all. My second job is a Dunkin' Donuts. And at that, the Dunkin' Donuts that I work on is on like it's not really a highway pit stop, but for a lack of a better way of describing it, it's a highway pit stop. So basically, you get all kinds of traffic through there. It's not like you get regulars from the neighborhood. You get truckers coming through, coming from who knows where they're coming from. People on vacation, again, coming from who knows where they're from. All kinds of people coming through there. And that place never shut down. And in conjunction with that, as far as I know, like I said, unless my body took care of it before I had any symptoms, I haven't gotten sick. And none of the employees at that store or any of the stores that the owners have got sick. Everyone's been fine. And my point is like, that's a super busy place with tons of people from all over the place and nobody's gotten sick. Like, if this was such a problem, you'd think hotspots like that would be infecting everyone left and right. Nope. We're fine. My brother, he's a manager at Walmart. Same situation. He's fine. He's worked every day through the pandemic. Walmart never closed down. He's fine. So it's like, okay, yeah, this pandemic really is something serious. And then, like I was saying too, I work 2 jobs. So my day job is, I have an office job, and then there's also the shop. And I think, I don't know, maybe total there's about 100 employees or so. Anyway, none of us wear face masks. We never have. I mean, in the very beginning, we did a little bit just because, you're kind of scared. You hear this crap like, oh my God, what? So you wear the mask. But then afterwards, like a couple of weeks, you realize, man, this is a joke. And we haven't worn masks at all. We've been working every day in the shop. We're all together. Nobody's sick. When we talk to each other, especially in the shop, because the shop's loud, we stand away from each other like 6 inches. Nobody's gotten sick. Again, I'm not trying to downplay this in the sense of the ones who did get sick. It didn't happen or anything dumb like that. I'm also not trying to act like, I'm super invincible and, it's not going to happen to me. I'm just saying, though, that the severity of it is not what we're being told at all. Oh, and then speaking of that as well, you know how all these states, I guess not states, I don't know, in the beginning, how it was all supposed to be like, oh, you gotta quarantine. And so many people, were ended up out of work and stuff for the stupid quarantining crap. Well, there's a few things that happened with that. For one, everybody quarantining, now everybody's out of work. Now everybody's on unemployment because they still gotta pay rent, which is weird that that's still going on. Now, for the longest time, they've been talking about postponing rent because nobody's working. And that hasn't been a thing yet, which is kind of strange. But anyway, you still need money so you can get food and what have you. And all these people are displaced and out of work. And so now they're on unemployment. And the country's been giving out, $600 a month extra and all this crap. All it's doing is severely tanking the economy. Giving away all this money. And nobody's working. So there's I don't want to say no productivity, but drastically reduced productivity. And again, for what? We're doing all this for what? Because something that's slightly something to be concerned with. 1% of the world has been drastically affected by it. So we got to stop everything. It just doesn't make sense. And then like I was saying too with the quarantining, we're all supposed to quarantine and. Stay home 14 days and all this crap. And then it's like, okay, so you know what this is doing? All this is doing is postponing the inevitable. Instead of just letting it run its course and get handled and bam, done. Hi, coronavirus, bye, coronavirus. Now we're just delaying it. With everyone quarantining, everyone just sitting around doing nothing. What didn't happen yet still has the chance to happen. If there was no quarantining, you know what I mean? Then it would have run its course, and then it would be done with. Now it probably would just be done for real now. Now the thing that they're still thinking about is, well, when the fall season comes back, it could flare up again. Which, who even knows on that? Because think about it. Summer's obviously hotter. It probably killed the dang virus for the most part. At least in the U.S. I mean, who knows about globally? Because, yeah, maybe it's cold elsewhere and stuff. But still, here at least, it's probably dead. So, yeah, I mean, I guess worldwide it doesn't necessarily mean it's dead. But, you know, we're still wearing masks and being little babies over here in the U.S. for something that's probably mostly dead. There's no international travel. So it's like, even if it's not dead around the world, it ain't coming here because we're not allowing travel. So, I don't know. And then it's like the face mask as well. That's another thing I was thinking about. A face mask, when you zoom in on it, you know, the cloth, the material, there's gaps in the fibers. The gaps are like 1 micrometer wide. Or big, however you want to describe them. Anyhow, what's the coronavirus's size? It's 0.12 of a micrometer. Or 120 nanometers big. So in other words, one coronavirus body is about 8 and what is it, 4/12? 8 and, so what's that, 1/4? 8 and 1/3 times smaller than a gap in the cloth. So in other words, when you're breathing, the mask ain't doing anything. If the virus is in the air, it's just going to come right on through and get in your mouth. And if you have it and you're breathing, it's just going to go right on through. The mask ain't stopping anything. The virus is like, okay, what's this? What's this crap? A little structure around here, around this giant hole? I mean, put it this way. If you zoom in on a face mask to see the gaps in the fibers, you wouldn't see the coronavirus. In order to see if that mask had coronavirus sitting on it, you would have to zoom in 8 1/3 times more than what you just did. So you'd have to be massively, majorly zoomed in just to try to see if there was a virus on there. The masks ain't doing anything. And then think about these people that use like a scarf as a mask. You think that's doing something? You can see right through it. You really think that stupid thing's holding anything back? I mean, I saw a video, again, talking about TikTok, where somebody put some cornstarch in their mouth, or on their lips, I mean, and then put a face mask on and coughed, just as an experiment, and the cornstarch just blew right out of the mask. There was no resistance at all. Blew right out of the mask, giant cloud right in front of them of the cornstarch. And the point was to illustrate, like, you know, what is this really doing? Now imagine that was a sneeze. The sneeze didn't get caught. Cornstarch didn't. Why would the sneeze? The only difference between the sneeze and the cornstarch is the cornstarch is dry. So when you blow that, yeah, it's just like a powder. But when you sneeze, it's wet. So, okay, some of it might get caught in the fibers. But, you know, not all of it's going to. You're going to get a fiber that got a little bit of the sneeze on it, and then it's going to be kind of wet there, which means another particle will be able to just slip right on over. It's not going to get absorbed by the cloth. Especially if you're wearing like that scarf type material. I ain't doing anything. I don't know. I just think clearly that this whole situation is dumb. Like there's, I don't know. I don't want to jump into like weird conspiracy theories with like, you know, some people have these weird theories that they're trying to control us and blah, 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 blah. I don't think that. That's just dumb. But there's something suspicious going on. Why they're it's just being over-exaggerated. That's all it is. It's severely being over-exaggerated. This is not as big of a deal as everything's making it out to be. They're ruining the world and the economy and all this for what? For what? Seriously. I mean, think about it this way, too. The people who have passed because of the virus, chances are very high they already had underlying health conditions that they had to, you know, regularly live a lifestyle of worry You know what I mean? Like, maybe, I can't think of anything offhand other than AIDS, so let's just use AIDS as an example. Maybe they had AIDS, so that means, obviously, they, kind of always had that in the back of their mind, and then they got the virus, and oops, that's what did them in. It's not even like the virus did them in, it's just they were already sick, and the virus just kind of was like a catalyst and sped things up. You know what I mean? It's not like normal, healthy people are just dying left and right. And it's like, oh my God, this thing's just ravaging communities and families. No, it's the people who already had to be cautious, and then they apparently were slipping up and not as cautious as they should have been. You know? I don't know. The whole situation's dumb and weird. You know, Fauci being the only, like, quote-unquote authority and stuff. It's just weird. And, that's the other thing, too, I wanted to talk about. I knew I was forgetting something. That's why I was kind of trailing off, just giving pointless talk as filler. The other thing is, what's up with the stupid 1 lanes of shopping at stores? What is that supposed to do? Literally nothing. That's so dumb. You know, you go down this way, and then you turn and you go up that way. What is that supposed to do? You know, if I go down that aisle the way that they have me directed to go, and then I turn around while I'm in the aisle, like, oops, I meant to grab, this, and I just walked by it. Oh, now I'm going the wrong way. Like, uh-oh. You know what I mean? Like, what does that prevent? That's so stupid. The whole point of wearing the mask is supposed to be like a safety precaution, as it is, right? Now we're walking down the aisles one way. Why? It's so dumb. Just like the other thing that's really dumb is Walmart with their stupid, one door only. You know, everything's supposed to be all about, social distancing and all this. But yeah, we're going to all walk in and out of the same door. That makes sense. 2 entrances, one for the GM side, one for the fresh side. But we're all going to go in one entrance only. That makes sense, yeah. I see how that's social distancing and all that crap that they try to promote. And then sometimes when Walmart has giant lines, like in the morning, you're standing outside. Nobody's social distancing. They're all standing right on top of each other waiting to go in. So, yeah, good thing you're using one door, because you're really achieving the purpose you think you're achieving. And then, so if they use both doors, like I was saying, then it would allow more people in and out. And there wouldn't be as much of a backup. And there'd be more social distancing. But nope. Oh, and then I hear it's because, they want to keep track of how many people are in there. What's it matter how many people are in the store for anyways, for one? You get people always standing right on top of you as it is. You're trying to look at something. Here comes dickhead just standing right next to you. Like, really? I thought there was supposed to be guidelines that you're social distancing, and you're just standing right on top of me looking at the same thing. Can't you wait till I'm done? Or go to the registers. How many people are standing there at the registers? Tons of people, like half the stores standing at the registers. Nobody's social distancing. You're just a big, gigantic crowd of humans standing right there by the registers. So yeah, let's worry about how many people are in the store, though. That really must make a difference. And then think about all the things that everybody touches and how the germs are just being spread around. Like, it doesn't matter how many people are in the store. Everything's all dirty as it is. Just wash your hands. Jeez. And then, yeah, the one lane direction crap shopping, though, that is just so stupid. Like, the masks are dumb when you really break down the science, and they're pointless, but at least there's an attempt to have logic there. Having the one-way shopping direction, whatever the way I want to phrase this is, that's just extremely dumb. There's no logic to that at all. I don't know what anybody could try to justify that as. Oh yeah, we do this because of that's my answer. Yeah, I know that's your answer. It's so stupid. And then all it does is make it harder too. Oh, I want to go down this aisle to grab one dumb thing. Oh look, this is the wrong way if I go down this aisle. Like what happens all the time is the cat food aisle. I always want to go down just to grab my cat. She's very picky on her food and her moist, and there's one kind she likes. And it's right near the edge of the aisle, which is no big deal. But still, in order for me to grab it, I need to technically go down the wrong way. And it's just like, this is so stupid. What difference does it make that I went down this way versus if I went down the proper way, which puts me way out of my way to walk 15,000 miles around the store and 25 other aisles just to get where I'm trying to go? It's stupid. Anyways, I had another point too when I was talking about this other crap. The In-N-Out. That's what it was. At Walmart, so they can track who's in and out. Yeah, if you notice, they're standing there with like iPads and stuff. Like, you can't give the people at the other door iPads. I'm sure it's all working together on like some centralized network. I don't think them two are working in you know what I mean, in conjunction with one another. Like, oh, your laptop's linked to mine, so that way then when somebody comes in, I see them. No, they're linked up all together. Like, you could have a computer and all that crap set up for somebody at the other door. You know, this is a little bit of a random thing, but I'm driving right now because I have to go drop something off at another company for my company to get worked on, and heading back now. And there's this idiot that was in front of me who decided to turn into a gas station, but no, is there a signal? Nope. He just stops in the middle of the road. He doesn't even have brake lights on. Like, I don't know if his brake lights are out too, or if he's just happened to be just stopped and his foot's off the brake, but his car's not moving. But it's like, seriously? Yeah, this is real safe. You're lucky I'm paying attention, you idiot. Anyways, back to the computer. So yeah, just put some at the people at the other door then. Then you'll still know how many people are in there and are leaving. Like, not that hard to do. I don't know. This whole situation, though, is severely stupid. It's way blown out of proportion, way over-exaggerated, and it just needs to end. Like the schools. The schools aren't going to open full-time and all this crap now. The kids are going to go to school for 2 days a week and then have to do homeschool the other 3. What the heck is that doing? The kids are still in the school for 2 of the days. Just have them go all 5. Like, what do you think having 3 days off is preventing? Oh, if you only go to school Monday, Tuesday, the virus can't get you. They're already there. Just do all 5 days like a normal person. What the heck? Oh, my word. I don't know what happened. It's like this fake wussy pandemic happened, and everybody lost their brain and does everything in the most retarded way possible, and I don't understand it. And we're all subjected to just be forced into doing everyone else's bidding. Fauci's bidding. Like, why? I don't know. That's it. I'm back at work, so that's it. See you later. All right, I'm back with a tiny bit more. It's kind of goofy, but as I said, I was driving before, and I got back to work, so I couldn't really keep talking. So, and that's the other thing, too. Normally, what I do is I'm sitting on my couch at home when I make these, so I just have time to think, and if I forget something, I just lay there on the couch and think, and sometimes there's a gap 2-3 minutes long of me saying nothing, and then all of a sudden something will hit me. But obviously, I edit that, so then when you hear it, it just sounds like a smooth, continuous, well, as smooth as I can talk. I'm pretty jagged, but you know what I mean. Smooth enough, continuous conversation. So anyway, what I wanted to add on was a little bit more about the masks. So the whole point of the masks is, A, like I said before, to protect others, even though you don't have it, so I don't know, meaning like me, so I don't know what I'm protecting others from. But 2, it's supposed to be, like a safety precaution type thing, if you will. And yet, here we are. And yet what happens? You're out in public, you're shopping, other people touch stuff, now you touch stuff, maybe you get the virus on your hand. Well, what happens with the stupid masks? They're always falling and being annoying, so you're constantly readjusting it. And then, and then you take it off, and you're just basically touching your face the whole time. So, good thing we're wearing masks so we can force the virus onto us. Here's another thing, too. Technically, you're supposed to wash your hands before you put your mask on, and wash your hands before you take your mask off. Yeah, how many people do you think do that? I'm pretty sure doctors probably don't even do protocols like that for surgery. Just kidding. Obviously, they do for surgery, but I'm just saying, in regular life, you think a doctor on their day off is doing all that crap? No. And they're the ones who should know better, is what the point I'm trying to make. And then, also, think about this, too. People that have reusable masks, like cloth masks or whatever, that could be washable. Maybe that's what I should have said. Washable, not reusable. Washable masks. I don't know why I was saying maths. It was weird. Anyway, you think that they're actually washing their masks? No. I haven't washed mine. When did I get mine? The one that I wear all the time now, I got that one Father's Day. So that's back in June. I haven't washed it. I wear it enough. Everywhere I go, I have to wear it, but I haven't ever washed it. Never washed my daughter's. I have a backup one. Haven't washed that one. I don't think I ever washed that one. So since March, that one hasn't been washed. Point is I'm sure tons of people are like this. So again, it's like, are the masks really doing anything? First off, they're probably filthy because no one washes them. Second off, considering they're filthy and no one's really getting sick because of it, like, what difference does it make? You know? And then, what was the other thing that popped in my head? Oh, yeah, the social distancing crap. I meant to elaborate on that before, too, and I kind of lost sight because I went on some kind of tangent. But anyways, they say you're supposed to stand 6 feet apart. That's dumb. 6 feet doesn't do anything. If someone sneezes, it travels at least, what did they say, 10, 11 feet? So what's the 6 feet doing? Like, it's just dumb regulations that make no sense, just put out there for some dumb reason. I don't even know why they're out there. Hey, yeah, let me stand 6 feet away from me. Oh, you just sneezed and it still hit me. Good thing I was standing 6 feet away. Like, but yeah, the masks is definitely the biggest joke out of all this crap. Well, I ain't shutting down the country. That's stupid. But the masks, they're trying to make an excuse to validate why we have to wear them. And it's just, I'd say it's failing. When you really stop and break down. Obviously, it's not failing. Everybody's blind and I used to be wearing masks. Especially if you run into like a Karen or a Todd or Kevin. They all agree with that crap because they're stupid. They don't do any research on their own. They don't use their brain. They just go with the flow. They're a sheep. You're not wearing your mask. Yeah, because it's not doing anything. What am I going to wear it for? I'm not sick. And if anything, it's going to make me get sick because I'm touching my face now, which the CDC tells you you're not supposed to do, but then they tell you to wear these masks. Makes sense. Ugh. It's just a very dumb situation when you stop and think about it all. Really dumb. And then, like, I don't know. Like I said, too, like I was trying to say before, my job, nobody wears masks at my day job. Nobody's gotten sick because of it. Yeah, there's been a couple scares that people go and get tested. Oh, I might have it. And then they're like, no, I'm good, my bad. But there's been nothing real. And then, like I said, my second job, working with the public in a very heavily populated location, and nothing's happened. So it's like, this whole situation's dumb. And did I say this before when I was talking about the flu? How all of a sudden now nobody's got the flu? Wonder why? It's because every time somebody has a symptom, oh, it's COVID! You got COVID! No, I don't, you idiot. I just have the regular flu. So see, that's the thing too. Now COVID stats are being boosted because every single time I don't feel good. Oh my God, it's COVID! I'm running a little bit of a touch of COVID! So now it's just inflated in the numbers that every case of illness is COVID. Oh, I got the common cold. No, you got COVID! Oh, my allergies are COVID! It's ridiculous. And, like, that's funny, too, when you think about it as well. Because remember right before all this crap happened? Everyone was talking about vaping. Oh, vaping's bad. Oh, vaping's terrible. The Truth ads were even making commercials about vaping instead of cigarettes. And, like, that was the hot topic. Then all of a sudden this starts and boom! Have you heard anything about vaping? No. I haven't. Nobody cares anymore. Now it's, whatever, COVID. Hey, wasn't vaping an issue? COVID! Oh, sorry, news anchor. Sorry, this doesn't fit your agenda anymore. Oh, such a dumb situation. Anyhow, I think I got it covered. Got everything covered. Who knows? I'm on my way to go get my daughter, and then we're going to go hang out at the apartment. And who knows? Maybe while I'm sitting hanging out with her, I'll think of more things, and there'll be another add-on. PPS. Is it PPS or is it PSS? I don't know. Let's just say it's PPSS. There we go. Then I cover it both ways. So for now, I think this is about it. So maybe see ya.